Hello friends, looking at current affairs for 4th April. The news items picked up from the Hindu newspaper are these 9. We'll look at them in detail. The first one, IISc tops national rankings. IIT Madras comes second. So this is regarding NIRF ranking. So this is the NIRF ranking for 2017. National Institutional Ranking Framework. So this has been released by the central government presently. NIRF ranking was done for the first time in 2016. But that time the overall ranking was not given. It was segregation as such given of all institutions under various categories like engineering, medical. Now this time overall ranking of institutions has also been released. This is the first ever such ranking. So in this, the topmost institution is Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru. So that is at the top of higher educational institutions list of India. Amongst the top 10, 7 are the 7 top IITs. Then you have JNU and BHU, Banaras Hindu University, apart from ISC, which come in the top 10. So there are around 2,995 institutions that participated in NIRF 2017. So JNU ranks 6th overall. IIT, as we saw, it came 2nd. So the government has also said, the HRD minister has said that government would now give more grants to the institutions which are ranked higher. So this will be the positive aspect of this. Even one shocking feature was that IIM, the elite IIMs in the country, Indian Institute of Management, have not performed too well. IIM Ahmedabad is the top business school, but it is at the rank 17. So that is there. Also there are separate lists according to disciplines like engineering, management, pharmacy and so on. So that also has been provided. Among engineering colleges we have IIT amongst the top 5 or IITs here. Then IISc is amongst the universities, the top 5. Second is JNU, third BHU. Then the parameters which have been used for ranking are listed here. You can see teacher learning resources, teaching learning resources, research and professional practice, graduation outcomes means placement, salary and awards, degrees awards, outreach and inclusivity means diversity in the student pool, and perception among peers, amongst other institutions, amongst employers and the public. So these were the 5 parameters on the basis of which ranking has been done by NIRF. And it is only for institutions which participated in this. So that is it. Then the next news item is 98.35 crore allotted for Assam Heritage Circuit. So this is a railway line, basically a heritage circuit which has been proposed in Assam under Swadesh Darshan scheme. So under this Swadesh Darshan scheme we have various circuits which have been proposed. So there will be connectivity provided basically. Even this connectivity along the coastal route, there are cruise vehicles, also cruise vessels which will be launched, that is also been proposed. So Swadesh Darshan scheme will have this heritage circuit in Assam. So you can see the various circuits under Swadesh Darshan are Buddhist, Himalayan, coastal, Krishna and northeastern circuits. So they have been identified under this Swadesh Darshan scheme. Then the next news item is Supreme Court's vacation plan. Here 5,300 cases. So as we have discussed earlier, Supreme Court has decided this summer vacation, the 2-month-long summer vacation, which is a colonial legacy undertaken every year, will be cut this time, and Supreme Court will be functioning during this summer vacation, and it will have constitutional benches, 3 constitutional benches running concurrently that we have already discussed. They are going to discuss the 3 issues. One on triple talaq, second on WhatsApp's user data protection, it's sharing information with Facebook, and third is on illegal immigration, children of illegal migrants from Bangladesh who were born in India, about their citizenship. So these 3 issues will be looked into by constitutional benches, and apart from this around 5,300 cases have also been listed out which would be heard. So the hearing of these have been listed. So the Supreme Court's pendency rate presently is around 62,000 cases. So that is the reason why it has decided to be sitting during the summer holidays also. Then next is Rohingya issue sets off alarm bells. So this is regarding Rohingya Muslims who are from Rakhine state in Myanmar. Myanmar has already cancel their citizenship. It does not recognize them as citizens, plus atrocities are committed against them in this region, Myanmar, which was earlier under military rule, Janta rule. So there were atrocities against them too. Now democracy has also come in, but these nationals have been migrating from this, running away from these atrocities and migrating to Bangladesh and even northeast in India, West Bengal, and to the Southeast Asian nations like Sri Lanka and Indonesia and Malaysia as well. So India also has a set of Rohingya Muslims in the country. They have also reached Jammu and Kashmir. So presently there has been news that they have also acquired Aadhaar cards. So the Rohingya Muslims possessing Aadhaar cards in Jammu has come in limelight now. So they have been able to acquire Aadhaar cards because Aadhaar is not citizenship card. It is just residence card. So it's a proof of identity. So Rohingya Muslims are actually not recognized by India as refugees also. So their stay in India as such is illegal under the Foreigners Act. So that is why now the government is considering what steps need to be taken. They have also spoken to the Myanmar government, but they have refused to accept them as its citizens. So this is the crisis which we have entered into now. So let's see. It is said that there are 40,000 Rohingyas in India, and out of these 5,700 approximately are in Jammu. So this will be news again. Of course, we'll see what steps government takes on this. Then the next news item is US report turns spotlight on Vyapam scam. So this Vyapam, which is the state's professional examination board. So it is the Hindi name, Vyavsaik Pariksha Mandal, from which it gets this name, Vyapam. So this Vyapam scam has been doing the rounds for long. Even CAG audit report has come forth on it, in which it has been indicated the Madhya Pradesh government has been responsible, it states. Even CBI inquiry had been ordered by the Supreme Court in July 2015, and post that we are also seeing many deaths being reported of people involved in this scam and also of journalists who are investigating into this scam. So there are at least 48 unnatural deaths in the last 5 years which have been reported, and around 2,000 people have been arrested until now in this scam. So CAG has also tabled this report in the Madhya Pradesh Assembly too. Plus presently this news is that US Department of State in its report on human rights in India is prominently highlighting the Vyapam scams case also. So this is there. So even the CAG report has said that this is a reflection of government's disregard for its core function, that is recruiting its employees. So Vyapam means Vyavsaik Pariksha Mandal was for selection, recruitment examination for different state level posts and also for entrance exam to various courses. Even MBBS admissions done by Vyapam, they have been cancelled by the Supreme Court. So that order had been given by the Supreme Court recently as well. So this is the whole issue. You can see irregularities were found about how appointments were made because it was not an independent body. So that is a State Public Service Commission. So that made a undertook recruitment examination, and this was Vyapam, an agency set up under the government, Madhya Pradesh government, which was undertaking these recruitment exams, and it was with the government, functioning under the government. So the government had direct control over it. Who were appointed to Vyapam was according to its free will. Their posts were also without following the rules. They were given posts and also their pay was increased. So there were irregularities in examinations conducted too, which had come forth. So this was the whole Vyapam scam, which is being unearthed now. It's a multi-crore scam. Then the next news item is Defense Ministry not to buy Barak missiles. So Barak is a surface-to-air missile from Israel. So the higher version of Barak we are developing together with Israel as well. This is the short-range surface-to-air missile which we have already inducted into our forces, and we want more of these. So this has been ordered. So the Cabinet had already cleared Barak missiles acquisition, and now Defence Acquisition Council, which is headed by the Defence Minister, now by Mr. Arun Jaitley, who has undertaken the defence portfolio too. So this purchase of Barak missiles for the Navy have been approved by DAC as well. So this had been delayed actually because it was put under the blacklist also, because if there are any discrepancies found in any dealings, then these defense companies are put under blacklist, because of which even future projects, then future acquisitions become a problem. So that aspect was also resolved, and now it will be brought. So this is the news. It will also be inducted into INS Vikramaditya, which is presently the only aircraft carrier which we have in service, which has recently been inducted. inducted without Barak. We had discussed that also in news. So this is about Barak 1. So it is fitted on frontline warships, even on INS Virat, and Virat is now decommissioned, as we have already seen. INS Vikramaditya is inducted. So this is there. You can see fresh procurement stuck for last 6 years due to CBI case. And next generation Barak with 70-kilometer range is being built jointly by Israel and India. Means DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization of India. It will be for Indian Air Force and the Navy. So this has also been delayed. Then the next news item is PM's Israel trip may see UAV deal. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to be visiting Israel in July. This will be the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Israel. So this shows the change in relations between the two nations too. So we are going to acquire more defense equipments from them. So this is UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, which is also armed. So this is Heron TP armed UAV, which will be acquired from Israel. We are indigenously developing our own UAV too, but that has been taking long. So this one will be taken. So this Heron TP is a medium altitude long endurance drone. So it can fly up to an altitude of 45,000 feet and has an endurance of over 30 hours. It can carry a mission payload of 1000 kgs. So a drone which can also carry payload. So this is the significance of this deal. So we are expected to buy 10 such Herons from Israel. So this discussion has been going on for long, but the progress of the deal has been under wraps. So the details are not known. India currently operates Israeli built Heron and Searcher UAVs. They have been inducted into the services, but then the Navy, Air Force, they have been very happy with its functioning as well. We are also trying to indigenously build, but since delayed, so now we are going to acquire them from Israel. So UAVs are very important. So this UAVs which are armed, so surveillance purposes, means to oversee the situation. The UAVs, drones are already used, but if they have payloads as well, then it can help in planning a short and swift strike on terrorist camps also. So that is what we are looking forward to now by acquiring Heron TP. Then other defense deals which are expected are on Falcon long range AWACS. AWACS is airborne warning and control system. So this Falcon AWACS will be mounted on the Russian transport aircraft IL-76. So these have also been acquired by Russia. Negotiations are going on, and this Falcon will be acquired from Israel. Then the next news item is SASEC group can add $70 billion to GDP. So this is South Asian Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation. So SARC is already there. SASEC has also been formed in 2001. So it's been 16 years of its functioning. So it comprises of India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and now Myanmar has also come into its fold. So these are 7 nations. So 7 nations which are there in SASEC. In SARC, we don't have Myanmar but Afghanistan. The only other nation excluded in this SASEC is Pakistan. So this is the grouping which has had its discussion. Finance ministers meet presently in Delhi, and the potential of this grouping was discussed. So they said they could generate an incremental $70 billion in GDP, and even employment by 2025 can be increased. So the achievements were also discussed over the last 16 years. So it is a economic cooperation grouping. So it will look into strengthening transport links, trade and cooperation in various sectors like energy, tourism, environment, etc. And the last news item is global initiative launched to fight fake news. So what is fake news? Is news headlines which are very catchy and which make people click on them, but they don't have actual content in them. So they are very eye-catching attention kind of headlines. They are also shocking. So people do click on them, but then they don't realize whether it's really a news or a fake news. So that is it. Also, Pakistan Prime Minister had believed in fake news about Israel, that they are planning to launch a nuclear attack, and they had given its response. The government gave its response. Even fake news played a major role in swaying the voters during the present US presidential elections. Even in European elections, fake news are said to be playing a key role. So there is a need to stamp them out of the system. So that is why an initiative has been put 4th. This is called News Integrity Initiative, in which a global alliance of tech industry and academic organizations have come together, and they want to work together to combat the spread of fake news. So that means that public understanding of journalism has to be improved. They should understand and be able to distinguish between a real news and a fake news. So they'll be working on this. So this also has Facebook, Ford Foundation, Mozilla all working together. So it's a $14 million launch which has been done. News Integrity Initiative. Then another point which is mentioned here is about click farms. So click farms generate revenue from online advertising using made up news stories. So click farms is also one aspect where people click. Because of clicks they get revenue. So they get revenue from online advertising. So this is using by made up stories, using fake news. So this has to be combated. So even Facebook has launched initiatives that is trying to flag stories that may be false. It has launched a journalism project also that aims to support this news ecosystem, so that people understand and be able to differentiate between fraud news and a serious journalism. So that is what it is mainly targeting for. So that is it. Thank you.